In the evening, we host, we just serve you up an hour of pretty much current bluegrass with band leader. The band has won 11 or so IBMA awards. He's won 3 IBMA awards as a broadcaster of the year. And his wonderful column in Bluegrass Today won the Writer of the Year award last fall. And it's just been amazing. I said in the promotion, he's a renaissance man of bluegrass music as a broadcaster, songwriter, band leader, and writer. And it's wonderful to have him. His good friend and ours, Megan Lynch Chowning, is joining him on the fiddle. But folks, put your hands together for Chris Jones.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. Funny how it all fell into place. You can see the journey in the lines upon my face. No way to think that there's no master plan. When I look at where I started out, then at where I am, I'm a wanderer, I'm a pilgrim. I was made to move to the beat of my own drum, on my way to God's great kingdom. Grateful for the road ahead, grateful for the miles that I have come. And everyone I met along the way, and every place I rested at the end of every day, I always found some grace to lean upon. A word to give me comfort or a sign to lead me on. I'm a wanderer, I'm a pilgrim. I was made to move to the beat of my own drum, on my way to God's great kingdom. Grateful for the road ahead, grateful for the miles that I have come. When I meet my maker one fine day, all I'll have to offer, the one thing I can say, is that I had to see round every bend. I had to keep on going till I reached the highway's end. I'm a wanderer, I'm a pilgrim. I was made to move to the beat of my own drum, on my way to God's great kingdom. Grateful for the road ahead, grateful for the miles that I have come. Grateful for the road ahead, grateful for the miles that I have come. That I have come.
Thank you.
Never saw this coming. You were safely filed away with twinges of regret. But you slipped through the back door, looking at me like you never left. God don't need to know the reason, or fight the past and feel that burn. I'm just living for the moment ahead. Your remarkable return, your remarkable return. I'll admit I dreamed about you, though I swore wouldn't dwell things that couldn't be. I thought time was a healer, and I believed that I was free. God don't need to know the reason, or fight the past to feel that burn. I'm just living for the moment here, and your remarkable return, your remarkable return. Now I know my heart was waiting for the day when I'd fall all over again. God don't need to know the reason, to fight the past to feel that burn. I'm just living for the moment ahead, and your remarkable return, your remarkable return. Your remarkable return, your remarkable return.
Thank you so much. It is really great to be here for the very first time, and I've heard lots of great things about the place, all true, it turns out. And I said, I'd like to play here, but if it's possible to make it on an NFL Conference Championship Sunday, that would be best.
Can anybody give me the final on the Chiefs? That was the final. All right. Okay. Travis Kelce's going to another Super Bowl.
Thanks a lot. I had this whole DVR thing worked out, and I didn't want to hear anything about.
Great.
My husband and I spent 90 minutes discussing a plan for the 49ers-Lions game, and some of it involved, well, what if we just told everybody in the crowd not to speak about it at all, and then I just drove home real fast, and then we none of it seemed to work, so whatever. Brad's going to keep me posted on the Niner-Lions game. Great, okay.
Spoiler-free.
All right.
Okay. I want to introduce the extremely talented and accomplished fiddle player here. We are longtime friends. We've played a bunch of shows together in different forms through the years. She is a fiddle champion.
The one time I was a tiger, one time, oh, you meant different band forms?
Band forms,
I
sorry.
see. Okay, sorry.
I didn't want to get into that part. but
Apologize for
did.
interrupting. Carry on.
Anyway, National Fiddle Championship many times over. She's won that, and she and her husband Adam run what we call boutique acoustic camps.
That's right.
These are award-winning, and just they're hard to get into. So I don't even want to plug them.
No, don't say anything about them.
But anyway, please make welcome wonderful musician. This is Megan Lynch Chowning.
Thanks, everybody. Chris demanded that I play some fiddle tunes in this show, so here's one. This is actually one, I believe, named after a small town in Texas, which is where many of the tunes that I learned growing up came from. I was a Texas-style fiddler by trade, and just in case, you know, traditional music needed to get smaller genres, that's how that works. So we're going to do one called Crafton's Blues that I think first appeared in a record maybe in the 30s and by some Polish fiddle players. It's a long story. It's fine. Sorry, the weather is... All right.
Megan Lynch Chowning. Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, speaking of trying to keep people from telling you important things, I don't know if you remember the day of the OJ trial verdict, but I decided, my wife and I were driving from Chicago back here to Nashville, and we decided, let's just try not to see how long we can go without hearing about this. So, you know, we're going along, listening to the radio, but if whenever news came on, we'd make
Top
sure.
of the hour. You know.
Yeah, avoided that. So then I'm going along about 2 hours down the road and taking a look at sports.
I mean,
OJ walks. that was the sports report.
it is a sports event also, just so you know.
So
or it was.
that didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out.
I'd like to sing the most bar-ish song that I have written.
This
is yeah.
No, this is your second most bars. So we'll talk about it at the set break,
Oh, okay.
just so you know.
All right.
I mean, I'm not saying I know your catalog better than you, but
You mind? This is a country kind of song about just wanting to feel bad. We've all been there. It's called Own the Blues. I know you've come to me with good intentions. I know I'm at the far end of the bar. Some other time, please understand. I'd love to take your outstretched hand, but let me say before we get too far. Tonight, I don't need companions, and I've got all the comfort I can use. I'm not wallowing or drowning in self-pity. I just want to own the blues. We used to sit right here and face each other. The hours felt like minutes as they passed. I know too well those days are gone, and in good time I move along. For now, please just allow this pain to last. Tonight, I don't need companions, and I've got all the comfort I can use. I'm not wallowing or drowning in self-pity. I just wanna own the blues. Tonight's the night, I don't need companions, and I've got all the comfort I can use. I'm not wallowing or drowning in self-pity.
I just wanna own the blues. I'm not wallowing, drowning in self-pity. I just wanna own the blues. Yeah, just let me feel bad, will you? And don't tell me the score.
No, we're going the other way. We want frequent and enthusiastic updates. That's the way. That's what we decided on. I feel like we
Okay.
scared them, and I want the other way. So I'm just in between songs. If people could just yell out things. I mean, the other one's just about to start, so you know. I don't need updates on the halftime show, though. That's probably I could probably watch that later.
Not interested this year. My parents are both born in Buffalo, and
Oh yeah, right.
you know,
I'm sorry.
I'm just sad. I'm in mourning.
Well, you just owned the blues, so does that
Thank
help?
you. Yes. Want to sing a song that I co-wrote with a friend of mine, a longtime bandmate, John Weisberger, and he's now working for our record label.
That's right.
So now I'm working for him. But
He waited many years
Anyway.
to turn that around.
we wrote this song several years ago. It's a little thing called "All the Ways I'm Gone." Gone like a long freight train rumbling through the night. Gone like a big jet plane trailing out of sight. Gone just like yesterday's news. Gone like a distant pier as it fades into the gray. Gone like the last old tear I finally brushed away. Gone like those gone and left me blue. Just keep on treating me the way you do it. You won't see my face around too long. Then each night when you toss and turn, you can count all the ways I'm gone. Gone like a long, oh yeah. Gone like a long home run on Sheffield Avenue. Gone like the seventh sun in a muddy waters blues. Gone just like poor Monroe's shoes. Just keep on treating me the way you do it. You won't see my face around too long. Then each night when you toss and turn, you could count all the ways I'm gone.
Thank you. I think you messed up that line because you're not a Cubs fan anymore. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's a long story, but
That's what I think. Not many Sheffield Avenue references in modern bluegrass, but here we are. At least there's one. I love it.
we threw in a lot of in jokes there. There's something about poor Monroe's shoes, and some people think that refers to Bill Monroe, but there's a song called Poor Monroe, and he lost his shoes. That's
It's a very sad,
That's very sad.
anticlimactic story.
What are we doing here?
Oh, we're going to do, all right, so some of you know because you've seen me in some of my other iterations, but a couple years ago, well, a few years ago now, I got a chance to be involved in the John Hartford Fiddle Tune Project album, Volume 1, which is an album of tunes that John Hartford wrote but were only discovered after his death. Several thousand fiddle tunes discovered after his death, and because John Hartford was not content to write some of the greatest country songs known to mankind, he had to also write some of the great fiddle tunes that we now have as part of our repertoire, which is really cool. And so his daughter put together, our friend Matt Combs produced it, and so we did the John Hartford Fiddle Tune Project, which was a Grammy-losing album. We're very proud of that. Don't go up against Billy Strings in any Grammy category. That's my advice to you for tonight. But we are actually working on the John Hartford Fiddle Tune Project Volume 2. That's going to be coming out. I am co-producing it with my friend Sharon Gilchrist, which I'm really excited about. And because there's several thousand tunes to get through, so we need to keep recording them so that they can happen. But I thought, as part of Chris's demand that I play some fiddle tunes, I thought since we were so close to John Hartford's house and so close to the great Cumberland River that he loved so much, that I would play one of my favorites from that first volume, and it's called Tennessee Politics. Say no, listen, I didn't title it. It just, you know, here we go. Here's Tennessee Politics by John Hartford for you. Thank you so much. And just in case you guys, for those of you who live here, which I feel like is all of you, the new kind of version of the John Hartford Fiddle Tune Project live show, which is me and Rachel Bayman and Sharon Gilchrist, we will be performing John Hartford tunes at the Violin Shop in March. On March 23rd, it's going to be a night of all of those kinds of tunes and some John Hartford stories and stuff. So if you're free on March 23rd, come hang out with us at the Violin Shop down on 8th. So that'll be super fun. I'd love to see every one of you. I will remember all of your faces.
I love that album. Yeah, I really do. And can't wait for the second one.
The second one's going to be really fun, I think. That's
We're-
my plan.
We're kind of excited that we are now putting out music. Megan and I are both doing this. We're putting out music in the new CD format that
Yes.
you've been hearing about. Kids
This
are all
is
excited
very
about.
exciting.
It's like it's a small disc.
Well,
you know,
I mean,
that-
it's round like what you're used to,
and you
but it's
kind of
different
insert it
somehow.
in a slot, and you can fast forward. It's very cool.
Don't
so,
turn it over, though. That doesn't go great.
So I actually have some of these things.
Bully.
So, yeah. Do you have any John Hart?
No,
Okay.
no. But we could walk over to John Hartford's house together, and I could just stand in front of there and play tunes for you. That'd be something we could do after the Niners game.
I'm generally not a very aggressive salesperson. To get CDs or other product from me, you usually have to come to my house in the kitchen.
You have to come
There's
to
one-
your kitchen. You
yeah,
live in northern Alberta.
Yeah, and no other rooms will do. You have to come in there with exact change. But actually, in a weird
Canadian
move,
or US?
I've brought some of these things with me. So
Amazing.
I'm going to do a little train song that I co-wrote with Tom Utes, and this is all about a train I used to ride as a kid, at least once a year, often twice a year, between Chicago and Albuquerque. I started out in New York, and I changed trains in Chicago, and took this train, which went all the way to L.A., but took it as far as Albuquerque. And it's still running. It's the Amtrak. So it's now the Amtrak Southwest Chief, but years ago it was the Santa Fe Super Chief. And it was if you weren't going to fly, that was the east-west way to go from Chicago to L.A. So anyway, just wrote a little song about the train following the trip along, and it's called Riding the Chief. Jackson and Canal Street, waiting on track 9. Every year when summer came around, I drop my bag, walk upstairs, find a window view on my own Albuquerque bound. Rolling from Chicago out into the plains, the farmland and the cornfields drifting by. Flying through Missouri towards the setting sun, couldn't wait to see the Colorado sky. Riding the Chief along the winding rail, riding the Chief on the Santa Fe Trail. 1,300 miles of track in my heart, I still go back, riding high, riding the Chief. Midnight, it's Topeka, slowing to a halt, waking from a sleepy traveler's dream. Onward through the darkness, torchlights fade away. In the prairies, we be picking up steam. Land of enchantment in the morning light, Raton Pass coming round the bend. One more stop in Laming, finally getting close, but then I didn't want the trip to end. 90 miles an hour, 40 years ago, I'm glad the Chief is running to this day. And dreams I'm on the platform, waiting once again to get on board that noble westbound train.
riding the chief along the winding rail, riding the chief on the Santa Fe Trail. 1,300 miles of track in my heart, still go back, riding high, riding the chief. Riding high, riding the chief. Riding high, riding the chief.
Yes, please. Okay. Okay. Oh, boy. You know, listen, I understand that if I ask for the updates, I also get the commentary, right? Like, that's just part of the deal. I get it. Here's the thing. Well, I live in a divided house. My husband is a Lions fan, and I am a huge fan of the idea of the Lions, right? I am. And so if they beat my 49ers, I am not going to be sad because, like, I mean, we've had things. You know, we've won stuff, which is something the Lions haven't done. So, you know, let them have this, for God's sake. So I think it's a win either way. That's what I'm saying. That's my positive attitude, right? Yeah. That's right. Oh, yeah.
I'd love to hear Megan Lynch Chowning play a waltz.
Do you?
And so we're going to do, this is a bit of a medley. This is a waltz that I wrote. And the Lonesome Bellingham, Washington hotel room. It has that Lonesome Bellingham feel.
It
And
looks
then-
like Lonesome Bellingham, Washington outside right now, as
It
a matter of
does, yeah.
fact. Yeah.
And Megan wrote a beautiful tune to go along with it. That's named after,
Oh, yeah, it's called McCovey Cove. Extra points for anybody. Does anybody know where McCovey Cove is and why it is? Yes, sir, you in the back. Right, exactly. Where it's Oracle Park now, but that's not exciting, right? Yeah, that is the little section right outside where the Giants of San Francisco play baseball. And I used to work on boats, and we spent a lot of time in McCovey Cove, and Chris and I are both big Willie McCovey fans, so yeah.
before we get to that, a little Waltz of Regret. Is this the Ballad of the Baltimore Ravens, by the way?
I do see a lot of themes going on for tonight, yeah.
I'm going to play this song in tune because I feel like that would make it that much more regretful
Yes.
if I didn't.
The waltz of regretting not tuning. It's true. Actually, that is, we're kind of joking about the sports thing, but, you know, Chris and I have been friends, we just celebrated our 20-year friendiversary, which is I know. We met at the,
When you were
Plymouth-
3, you were very cute at the time.
Aw, that's adorable. We met at the Plymouth Bluegrass Festival in California, and the first time I ever saw you, Paul Shalasky was telling you a joke and trying to sell you a fiddle out of the trunk of his car, if I remember correctly.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So play us this beautiful song.
I don't know why I asked you to dance, 'cause I knew just what it would do. Half-buried feelings came back in a flood. Was it the same for you? Lost in the music, my mind wanders back, reliving what once mattered most. I look in your eyes while the room fades away and hold you a little too close. So chalk it all up to a sad twist of fate. I loved you a lot, just a little too late. It's only a dance, but we know that it's not over yet. the waltz of regret. When the music is over, I'll take you to him, and he'll lead you slowly away. Then I'll scatter the memories all over the floor, leave them right where they lay. So chalk it all up to a sad twist of fate. I loved you a lot, just a little too late. It's only a dance, but we know that it's not over yet. The waltz of regret. So chalk it all up to a sad twist of fate. I loved you a lot, just a little too late. It's only a dance, but we know that it's not over yet. The waltz of regret. The waltz of regret. We're going to do another song, take a little break. This is what I like to call a medley of one song, which I don't think you hear every day. You have to come to D's on an NFL championship Sunday to hear a medley of one song. You all may know the bluegrass standard. Didn't start out as a bluegrass song, but one that's become a bluegrass standard called Dark Hollow. Well, I do a classic bluegrass show on Sirius XM called True Grass, and during the course of that, I always try to play some old time music because there's no other place on satellite radio to hear that, and so I was playing Clarence Ashley's Dark Hollow Blues, old time recording, and I thought, and they're all sort of based on the East Virginia blues. So I thought, what if I just mushed those together? So I decided to do that, and this was the result. Hope you like it. Hope we like it. And while we're talking about things radio, so appreciate Craig Havikhurst and WMOT being involved here. It's a great radio station, and I love to listen to it when I'm around, so appreciate that a lot. Nice to be part of the old-fashioned night. And here you go. The Dark Hollows. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than for you to be some other man's darling when you ain't no longer mine. When I'm asleep, I'm dreaming about you. When I'm awake, I have no rest. Every moment seems like an hour. All the pain soaks through my breath. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be home alone knowing that you're gone. That would cause me to lose my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, carry me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be in this big city in a small room with you on my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, carry me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. Papa says I must not marry. Mama says it'll never do. But little girl, if you are willing, I would run away with you. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine, than for you to be some other man's darling when you ain't no longer mine.
Thanks, everybody. We will be around checking the ESPN scores, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Look at this lovely lady doing something exciting up here near the tip jar. I mean, just noticing.
Oh, that.
I mean, it's either support for the if you support the Detroit Lions, put some money in the tip jar. If you support the San Francisco 49ers, put some money in the tip jar. We're all friends in the end.
Welcome to my home, such as it is. You notice that I never lock the door. You found the final refuge of a wounded heart. Grab a chair or just sit on the floor. Practice makes perfect. Look around and see. Lonely comes easy to me. Oh, lonely comes easy to me. Sorry about the darkness, I'll pull up the blinds. My eyes don't adjust well to the light. You can have some coffee, and here's my only cup. Please stay a while, I've got all day and night. Practice makes perfect, look around and see. Lonely comes easy to me. Oh, lonely comes easy to me. I see you found the picture, the frame's a little cracked. As I'll agree, she's easy on the eyes. I'd love to talk about her, but that's all in the past. You could see that I moved on to bluer sky. Practice makes perfect, look around and see. Lonely comes easy to me. Oh, lonely comes easy to me. Lonely comes easy to me. Oh, lonely comes easy to me. Thank you for sticking around. I guess we did lock the doors, so
Yeah.
you didn't have a choice. But
Might be a fire hazard, but that doesn't matter to us.
it's a long story, but I've got a little place in Alberta, and it's a condo. It's in a it's like an apartment building kind of thing, but you have to have a key to get out. To get out into a parking garage, but you can get in. You just walk in. If you get into the parking garage, you just walk in the door. And I asked somebody about that. They were having trouble with some break-ins, and I said,
No kidding.
"Would it be worthwhile to switch that around?" And they said, "No, that's the way that's the fire code there.
That's what the fire department. I thought, they do things differently in Canada. It's a well-known fact. So there
Yeah.
you go. We're going to sing a little Lonesome Train song that was written by a good friend of mine. We have played in bands together through the years and been friends for decades, really. A guy named Marshall Wilburn. Great musician and songwriter, and this is one of his, a fairly recent one of his that's on the new EP here. And it's called Blow Whistle. Blow, whistle, blow, so she won't know tears are falling. Sing, bluebird sing, so she won't hear the blues are calling. Coal is a burning and the wheels are turning and she's leaving now. So blow, whistle blow, whistle blow. Wind, it's a foolish wind. It ain't no friend of mine. Rain, it's a cold rain. Wants the pain from this troubled mind. Coal is a burning and the wheels are turning and she's long gone now. So blow, whistle blow, whistle blow, whistle blow.
Okay, so in order to save you 30 minutes out of your life, I'm not going to cross-tune for this tune, but I'm still going to play it, and you're going to just pretend like I cross-tuned. Please don't tell the old-time police. Oh, man, Jeff's here. Jeff, don't tell them. All right. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. If this were Sunday night a year ago, the old-time people would be filtering in and they would know what a fraud I was being. But this is still a cool tune no matter what we do to it. There are a few tunes named this. This is one of them. Does anybody know what a chinkapin is? Anybody? Chinkapin? Yeah. We're sort of in this area that I feel like they're in North Carolina more so. Do we have chinkapin trees here? I don't feel like we do, but anyway, this one's called chinkapin hunting. So I guess you could go hunting for one and report back to me if you don't mind. you. Chinkapin hunting, for just a little change of pace there. I am lucky enough, I'm getting to go to Croatia in the spring on a trip with my mom. And when I told Chris that I was getting to go to Croatia, he told me that he had also been to Croatia, but I feel like your trip was very different. What were you doing in Croatia?
Mostly traveling through to Bulgaria.
Well, sure, as you do.
Yeah, I was playing rhythm guitar with a band that was accompanying some dancers that were heading to a folk dance festival, and we were driving on what was then a two-lane road. It was the main thoroughfare through the former Yugoslavia.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow the accommodations didn't work out, and we slept on the ground in the back of a truck stop in Bosnia.
Yes. So if you're thinking about getting into the music business, please see us after the show for more stories like this. My point being that Chris has always been a great rhythm guitar player for fiddlers, and it's actually a real joy for me to get to play fiddle tunes with him. He's done that for many years in all kinds of different situations, so that's fun.
I'd like to do just that, but turns out it doesn't pay that much.
No, it doesn't. No, because we fiddle players are very stingy. That's why.
They believe in the 90-10 split. I don't know.
That seems fair.
And this being Nashville, we have songwriters in the crowd tonight, and actually a few non-songwriters.
Congratulations
Nice hand.
on not writing songs. I don't write songs.
John Pennell. Oh,
Well, that's going fine.
I got a great idea for a song. We need to co-write it about not writing songs.
Sounds amazing. I'll write the fiddle part.
John Pennell is here. John is a great songwriter, and John was the original bass player in my band, the Night Drivers. In fact, he and I came up with the name together, and John has written so many great songs for Alison Krauss and lots of others. And John and I wrote this song. We were feeling bluesy. It was over his old apartment, and we recorded this, and eventually was picked up, covered by the infamous String Dusters. But I did my recording of this a lot of years ago, and John, I'm debuting a slightly different version of it, just for you, in a different key and everything. So you can tell me if you like it. This is a little song called "The Fork in the Road." There's a fork in the road, can't seem to make up my mind. Don't know which way to go, and I'm sure running out of time. I'm all alone with my suitcase in my hand. Can't find my ticket to the promised land. There's a fork in the road, can't seem to make up my mind. Megan Lynch chime. There's frost on the pumpkin, the air is taking on a chill. Can't find my milk and honey, don't believe I ever will.
somebody's got my pony and I'm left here like a fool. The saddle's on the fence and I'm sitting there too. There's frost on the pumpkin, the air is taking on a chill. Lines on my face, growing day by day. Chasing you, baby's gonna put me in my grave. Tears in my eyes, skies about to fall. Looking for cover, can't see anything at all. There's a fork in the road. I'm all alone with my suitcase in my hand. Can't find the ticket to the promised land. There's a fork in the road. Can't seem to make up my mind. Well, there's a fork in the road. Can't seem to make up my mind. There you go.
Still 14-7. How much time in the first half? Great, thanks. All right. Still a lot of football left to play. Still a lot of football left. Yeah, a lot of football left to play. All right.
John, just to explain that fork in the road. By the way, one line in that song you definitely know is John's and not mine is "There's frost on the pumpkin, the air is taking on a chill," because John is a grower of prize pumpkins. But explaining the arrangement to John, when the infamous String Dusters did it, they did it higher and faster. And louder. My version was lower and slower, and they found out in focus groups of bluegrass music fans, that's what they love, lower and slower. So I just decided to lean into that.
You know, lower and slower reminds me, don't forget, there's great barbecue available here at Dee's. Thank you, thank you. Threw a little low and slow in there. You like that? Thank you.
I had
Pretty
2
proud of that.
bites. It was great.
Yeah. When you get to one,
Take it.
take it. That's right.
Here's a little song I wrote, and this is the title track of the recent album on that new compact disc format we were talking about earlier. Did I see Paul Kramer?
You did. He
Hey,
just
Paul.
he went sideways and then he's right there. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul, thanks for being here. This is called We Needed This Ride.
Full of hope, we make our way down this open road. All regrets are left back in the dust. I'm okay to take the wheel while you draw so near. A time to rediscover and to trust. We needed this ride, waited for so long. Now I just want to make each second last. Your hand touching mine around the narrow curves. I do my best not to drive too fast. We needed this ride. One by one, stars come out, rain clouds in the north. I feel like we could drive this way all night. Wipers sweep the drops away, we roll on through the dark. No any destination feels alright. We needed this ride, waited for so long. And I just want to make each second last. Your hand touching mine around the narrow curves. I do my best not to drive too fast. We needed this ride. We needed this ride, waited for so long. I just want to make each second last. Your hand touching mine around the narrow curves. I do my best not to drive too fast. We needed this ride. Thank you so much. I am in the fiddle tune mood.
You are in a fiddle tune mood again?
Again.
All right. I know one more fiddle tune, so
I was
this
very...
this is working out well. Real quick before I play this, we're gonna just play a few more for you, and I do want to take a moment and Chris talked about Craig Havickhurst, and I do want to remind everybody, please do. If you can, listen to WMOT. It is a great, great radio station. And local radio, just like local lots of things, local journalism, local newspapers, all that kind of stuff is stuff that's really, really important to a lot of us who like, songwriters and songs and good writing and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's so amazing that that radio station exists. So please support it if you can. And also, yeah. And also, please support places like Dee's, or just Dee's would be great. Ever since this place opened and since they've been having the music that they have, this has become a second home for many of us who love and play this music. And they treat artists with great respect, and they treat their customers well. I love a Frito pie. I think it's a special place. And so I'm just really grateful for Jeff and everybody who runs this place, and Ari for all the great sound and all. I mean, it's a special place. So thank you all for being here, and thanks for supporting live music, for sure.
Is there a fiddle tune? If you had to think of a fiddle tune that fit a Frito pie perfectly.
This is it.
Is it?
This is the one.
Okay.
Here's Sally Gooden, everybody.
Megan Lynch Chowney
Thank
with the
you.
fiddle.
Thank you. All right. Go Niners. Yeah.
I did a song that John Weisberger and I co-wrote, and this song is this is the song with maybe the most macho inspiration of any that I have written.
Was it wrestling?
It was inspired by something said by Anne of Green Gables. It's, you know, this means more perhaps in Canada or in Japan, where Anne of Green Gables is huge. But
I read all the Anne of Green Gables books.
I used to read this to my daughter, and she, if you don't know, Anne of Green Gables was an orphan at Prince Edward Island in eastern Canada, and she'd had a very rough start to her life, but she had this unquenchable, she had this wonderful optimism that served her very well, and she would always talk about the bend in the road. She was waiting for what was around the bend in the road, so I was thinking about that, and that's what this is called. Sometimes the journey takes a little patience. I fight the nagging urge to turn it round. But even when I'm in the longest valley, know I'm getting close to higher ground. Just around the bend in the road, I can see the clouds about to part. Been carrying around this heavy load, soon it won't be weighing down my heart. Just around the bend in the road. I really didn't know how much she hurt me, till it gave me the strength to break away. For every mile I feel a heartache fading, up ahead awaits a brighter day. Just around the bend in the road, I can see the clouds about to part. Been carrying around this heavy load, but soon I won't be weighing down my heart. Just around the bend in the road, just around the bend in the road, I can see the clouds about to part. Been carrying around this heavy load, but soon it won't be weighing down my heart. Just around the bend in the road, but soon it won't be weighing down my heart. Just around the bend in the road. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Anna Green Gables connection. That's our most streamed song on Spotify.
Aw,
So thank you for...
it's because it's so macho.
I think that's it.
That's what it is. That's what the people go to the Chris Jones for, is the macho songwriting.
Feel free to set it as your alarm music, your macho alarm music.
Amazing. I had a bandmate who used to use Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train as their alarm music. If anything will jolt you out of bed in the morning, that's going to do it. I don't recommend it. We're going to do one more for the nice people.
We're going to do another song here for the nice people. That's you. And then we're going to have a little barbecue and hang out. But thank you so much for being here. Thanks to Jeff for having us. Thanks everybody here at D's and Ari on the sound. And we appreciate it a lot. This has been a
And
lot
thanks
of fun.
for all of you for coming out on a dreary
Yes.
Sunday conference championships night.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us. We see a lot of friendly faces, and, well, you're all friendly faces. Some of them we know already, and some of them we don't know yet, but you're all friendly faces, and that's really nice.
Thanks for stopping by the Bucket here.
Yeah.
And we do have some of those, you were talking about supporting local, and my CDs are locally sourced. And that's actually true. The plant is right here.
Really?
So they're also sustainable. But you know what's not sustainable? Me. So
You might be recyclable, though.
that is, I think that's already happened. During the pandemic, I kind of went back to letter writing. I loved writing letters, and what I discovered is nobody writes you back anymore, if they ever did. But my sister was my best pen pal, and I appreciate this so much, and meant a lot. I recently found the last letter she wrote to me after writing this song, actually, but she passed away a couple of years ago. And so this is dedicated to her, and send this out to Murr and Bill as well.
Oh, yeah, they're watching.
They're watching.
Yeah.
So this is a little thing. It's the title track of the new EP, and it's called Pages in Your Hand.
Now that I put my pen to paper, I guess I don't have that much to say. But you should know that I've been thinking of you, so I'll go and send it on its way. You know that I'm not one for lengthy phrases. You've known me long enough to understand. But I'll smile, as it still brings me pleasure to know you hold these pages in your hand. This distance somehow made us closer. I suppose it's a different way to think. Time slows down when letters make a sentence, when loving thoughts are written out in ink. You know that I'm not one for lengthy phrases. You've known me long enough to understand. But I'll smile, as it still brings me pleasure to know you hold these pages in your hand. Let you go for now, my dearest sister. There's no rush, but I'll cherish your reply. Thank God for those who put the letters through snow and rain and heat and gloom of night. You know that I'm not one for lengthy phrases. You've known me long enough to understand. But I'll smile, as it still brings me pleasure to know you hold these pages in your hand. To know you hold these pages in your hand.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Usually he's Chris Jones and the Night Drivers. No Night Drivers tonight, but Chris Jones handled it beautifully. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Megan Lynch Chowning, for joining him. Thank you for being here, folks, and tuning into the Old Fashioned over on WMOT. Thanks for your kind words. Chris Jones, one more time. Put your hands together, folks. And thank you to Dees. All right. Appreciate that. Great time.